Welcome to 1999K Radio, where deaf people talk. Good evening, night drifters, YouTube surfers, and radio listeners. Welcome to 1999K Radio. My name is Sebastian, and tonight I will be your host. I'm here alone in my office with a cup of coffee, so welcome. We have a nice show for you guys. Tonight, February 22, 2022, we'll have just a little introduction of your humble narrator. First of all, thank you and welcome to the very first emission of this midnight radio show. My name is Sebastian, I'm 33 years old, and I'm a horror lover. I want to tell you first of all that I'm no expert by any means. I'm not a filmmaker, I'm just a fan, just like many of you horror hounds, with the need to share and talk with other people about those subjects that not everybody enjoys as much as we do. I can tell you that I've seen quite a few horror movies in my lifetime. Like many of us, this love started with Friday the 13th or A Nightmare on Elm Street, the good old horror slashers. Halloween, of course, usually on a Friday night with my brother and a few friends sitting in pizza and scared to death. Eventually, I guess, I grew up and started looking for more. And movies became books. Books became paintings. Paintings into legends and so on. So I'm pretty sure, like you, my beloved listeners, I like to know more. I like to better understand how horror is created and see where it came from. So for me, it's always nice and exciting to see different ways that this subject is created, as I hope it is for you. So let's begin this journey. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. And I think a better way for you guys to know this is to know me through my tastes. So I'm going to tell you my top 10 favorite horror movies. I'm going to go very, very deep into them. But they're not in a particular order. It's not because they're the best, but because those are the ones that in some way or another help me, like getting more into all this universe that we all are part of it, this horror universe, which I think it made me a horror hound, always looking and searching for more. So it's gonna be a little bit of a quick countdown. My favorite number one of all time, it's Friday the 13th Part 4 from 1984. I'm not saying it's the best one, but I'm definitely saying it's the one that I like the most of all the franchise. It's like has such a personal meaning for me. My number two, it's Maniac from the 1980s. If you haven't seen this movie, it's an awesome movie. Awesome special effects, good music, and the whole idea, the plot of the movie, it's pretty good. It's a little bit different from regular slashers, so I really like it a lot. Actually, I was able to see it once, like when I was older, and I really like it. I like it very, very much. The third one, it's Jacob's Ladder from the 1990. This movie is so gloomy and it's so special. I stumbled upon this movie after playing the Silent Hill games. I was looking into them a little bit more, and I find that the creators from Silent Hill used this movie, so they got much inspiration to create Silent Hill after watching this movie, and I have to see it, and I completely understand why they got so inspired about it. Number 4, It by Stephen King, the miniseries, 1990. It's an awesome, well, it's a miniseries. Here where I'm from, it didn't come up as a miniseries. It actually came up as a 2 parts movie We used to watch them like Wednesday in the evening one time, and then Thursday in the evening the next one. Especially the kids, I think it helped a lot that I was like around the age of the kids when I saw it, and I can tell that it is actually the first horror book, like huge horror book that I was able to read. Like I got it and I went through all the book and it was pretty good. It was pretty amazing. It was so different. So it is definitely on this list. Number 5, The Exorcist 3. And The Exorcist 3. I love it. I love this very much. I'm not specifically sure why, but I definitely love it. The acting, the all the places, the symbology. Like I really like this movie very much. It's a very nice book, and it's a very nice movie, and the book it's also very amazing. Number 6, A Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984. When I was young, Freddy was like so gore-ish looking. It was very scary. It was a very scary character to watch. He didn't have any mask. He was all burned out. So, and it had like, I don't know, the whole feeling of the movie is just so amazing. Number 7, The Omen, 1976. I remember that I used to watch this movie when I was younger, and I think it's thanks to this movie that I was able to know more. It helped me to approach more to all this religious horror, I will say. Start growing into me some interest in reading the Bible and understand a little bit more about the apocalypse and stuff like that. And eventually it became into reading some more about different religions, knowing more about different gods, representations of it and representations of the devil and stuff like that. So I think this movie it's pretty amazing, but especially the 1976 one. Number 8, The Night of the Living Dead, but not the Romero one, but the remake, the 1980 remake. I was very young. Most of this movie I saw them when I was very young, and this movie was amazing for me. It really gave me this, I don't know, anxiousness of being inside the house with all the characters in it. So, and I was able to see it. Probably I wouldn't see it if it was like black and white, especially at that age. I wasn't very old. I was like around 10, I guess. Something like that when I saw it. Pretty amazing movie. Number 9, Halloween, 1978. The Shape, the music, the whole aura that surrounds this movie, it makes you crave for Halloween to come, to have to reach that date and feel that atmosphere around it. So Halloween is definitely in this list. And finally, but not less important, Child's Play from 1988. It has voodoo in it, and for me, voodoo is obviously something that I knew it was something that I might be more interested here about, but not something that I knew a lot. So when I started growing older, I started looking more into it, and Chucky was something that always struck in my mind. Now, it doesn't mean that I don't love all the Universal monsters, the aliens, the Exorcist, Twilight Zone, Silence of the Lamb. But these 10 movies definitely got me into the road of this amazing universe that horror has to offer, and so much more to discover. Eventually, I grew and found other movies, better movies, and then I wanted more, and I got into books and paintings. But I have to say that without these 10 movies, and my friends that enjoyed them as much as I did, I had a couple of nightmares, definitely, and I think till this day I'm still a little eerie towards the dark. This wouldn't be a big part of my life as it is today. So, This show is for you guys, all my horror hounds. So this show is for you, my horror hounds. So we can talk, we can recommend, or just add a few additional minutes of your day with some horror dose while you work, study, drive, or enjoy just as I some insomnia in the middle of the night. So guys, you can contact me. I will leave my Instagram down below. Hit me with your comments, recommendations. Tell me what your favorite movies are. Let's talk a little about the subject, and I don't know, I'm pretty sure we will be able to learn something more from one another. And I will be here next Monday for all of you guys. So thank you for tuning in 1999K Radio. Once again, I'm your host, Sebastian. I hope you have a cold, calm night. And remember, you can't kill the boogeyman.